Well, thank you for joining segment 3 of our training call here. And I know our first call, we told you what you should do with a brand new person that you're signing up within the first 24 to 48 hours. Last week, we gave you some tips on what to say and how to work with some people and identify the people that you want to work with. And today, I want to cover two subjects today that are, very, very important in building your business. One of the things that we're going to talk about here today is three-way calling. How to use that tool to your advantage on building your business. The other thing is I'm going to talk about personal development and investing in yourself. So we're going to spend some time on that. And first off, three-way calling. Why is three-way calling? After you are talking to somebody and you share them your virtual business cards, your vCard, they might have some more questions. And sometimes we're so close to our personal friends and people that know us that they go, and you might have been in a couple different businesses, or they'll ask you, well, how long have you been in the business? Well, just think, when you start building your business, how long have you been in the business? You probably just signed up, right? And then you're calling somebody, and your level of knowledge is probably pretty minimal of what you're doing. So what you want to do is you want to use a third-party tool. Third-party tools help you close the people all the time. Now, the third-party tool that I'm talking about is your cell phone or your home phone. It's about three-way calling. And what it does is it adds credibility to you. So when you're calling somebody up and you have an expert on the phone, and these are people that let's just say you're the seasoned affiliate here, the advisor affiliate, and then you get your new rookie. So you have a pro, which they've been around in the business. They could even be in the business just 1 hour longer than you. Remember, your prospect doesn't know that. They're listening to it for the first time. So you can't mess up. It's impossible. And then you have the new person on the phone that you want to talk to is the rookie, or you're the rookie, and then you want to talk to your prospect. So what you want to do before you get your pro on the phone to do the talking, what you want to do is you want to edify that person. So you might say, oh, this person has been very successful their whole life in building a business. They've been with this company now for 3 months. They personally know the owner of the company for the last 20 or 30 years, and they're connected to them. I'm going to put them on the phone. So what you're doing is that person doesn't have to come on and tell them, oh, this is what I've done. No, you've told them. You edified them and built them up. They says, oh my goodness, they're going to put me on the phone with this person. They're going to be able to answer all my questions. So what does a three-way call really do? Well, the first thing it does is this. You can learn, you can earn as you learn on the call, because this is training you. So when you get on the call and you call somebody up, let's say you're going to call Alan up, and let's just say your sponsor is Bob, and your prospect is Sue. So you're going to tell Sue you're going to get Bob on the phone to talk to her. You just built Bob up. What you're going to do is just introduce Sue to Bob. That's your job. That is your whole job. The thing that I wish every distributorship or kit comes with in the whole industry, no matter what you're doing, is a piece of duct tape. It's about 25 cents. And you, as soon as you get done introducing that person to the call, You don't say one more word, because if you do, you just took away all the credibility that you gave to that person. You built them up as the expert. So why are you talking if you're brand new? They're going to think, what the heck? This person's trying to butt in and take control. No. What you should be doing is get out a piece of paper and a pen and take good notes. Because what are you going to do? You're going to train your next person. So how are you going to know what to do unless you're taking notes and listening to the call? And remember, when you're talking to a brand new prospect, you're training them to do what you just did. So you want to do it right, because that person's looking at that. Can you imagine if you do it wrong and they say, well, you know, Alan, you didn't do that with me, so why are you telling me to do this? No, people do as you do. They don't do as you say. So what you want to do is edify that person. That person comes on, and you've already told me, you know, Bob, all about that person. You told them, oh, well, Sue, she works as a teacher in a school. She has 2 kids. This is her hot button. She wants to take more family time, spend more time with the family, and they really don't have enough money to go on vacation. So you've given Bob some hot buttons on what motivates Sue. So he's going to be talking to Sue about vCard and answering any and all of her questions. Now, when Bob gets off the phone, he should edify you. Now he comes back and says to you and says, hey, Alan, or, you know, he says, Sue, you couldn't have been brought in by a better person than Alan, because he is so connected. He's working this full time. He'll be there with you every step of the way on helping you build the business. See, what you constantly do is you keep edifying people. They edify you when they bring you on the phone. And then what you should do when you give the phone back is you edify them and build them up. Because what does that make that new prospect feel like? They go, oh my goodness, this is incredible. I got 2 amazing people that are helping me build my business. And what's really important is, instead of you can learn as you earn. But what's the most important thing about that phone call, when you do it right, is that brand new person sees that done, and then their fear goes away. Because the hardest thing for people is when they get involved in the beginning, they have zero knowledge on what to do. So if they see a call go down like that, and that's how you orchestrate it with them, they know when they call you up to do a 3-way call with you, you are going to do the same thing with them. See, what you're really doing is you're training that person from day one. When you're sharing the card, when you're talking to people, and I'll tell you, it takes that cell phone now, that pound cell phone, right? And it turns into 100-pound weight when you're calling people, because I know what happens. You get nervous. You say, oh, I don't know if I really want to call this person. I don't feel good about that. So what you want to do is that phone now becomes a very lightweight, because you're going to pick it up. Hey, if somebody's going to do my calls with me all day, I'm going to keep calling my prospects. I'm going to put 10, 15, 20 people on the phone with that person and build it. Every business, even if you're good at it and you're a pro, and I know a lot of us think that way, and it happens sometimes. You say, oh, I can do it. I don't need any help. Believe me, that's not the reason for the 3-way call. Remember what I told you why the 3-way call is the main important thing? You can earn while you learn, And you can also, it's a function that that brand new person is seeing it for the first time, and they say, I can do what you just did. They can, what do they have to do? They just have to call up the person, introduce them to you, and you do all the work. They said, I can do that all day long. So that's the reason why the call. So just to highlight a few facts here on why you do three-way calling. It adds credibility, third-party documentation to you when you're doing the call. Number two, it's duplicatable because people can do what you just did. I mean, how hard is it to do? You pick up the phone, you dial your friend, you call them, and the other person does all the work. I could do that all day long. You earn while you're learning here the business. So you can start earning money right away. You say, well, geez, I need to know all this stuff. No, you don't. You don't need to know anything. All you need to know is after you sign up, you get the list, you put your sponsor on the phone and let them do all the work for you. That's what they're there for. And then what are you going to do? You're going to teach your people to do the same thing. And the caller, you won't be nervous on the phone because what's there to be nervous about? You have your pro, even if that pro is in only a day ahead or 2 hours ahead, the new person on the phone does not know that. I always tell people, whether you're doing a meeting or a three-way call or whatever it is, the brand new prospect on the other phone doesn't know if you messed up because they're looking at it for the first time. So, you know, how to do, don't talk too long. As soon as you get done with the call and the pro hands the phone back to you, you want to close the person. You're always closing. So you could sign up the person at that time, or you've got to go really quick. The other person says, listen, I can only get John on the phone or Bob on the phone just for a few minutes. Let me see if he's there. And this is a way that you could do it. You could always have John on the phone before you call your prospect. You call your prospect and say, oh, you know what? I have John calling me up on the phone here. He's the person who brought me in. I want you to hear his story. John's already on the phone. Your prospect doesn't know that. So there's a few little tricks here on how you can use this tool to build the call. I have used this. I've been in the industry full time for the last 30 years. I've used this since day one. I remember one night on the phone when I signed up with this one company back in the 90s. I built my organization in one night 5 levels deep. Because what I did is, let's just say I signed you up. Let's just say I signed up Tina. And Tina was on the phone, and I said, Tina, you made a smart business decision. Who do you know that's as smart as you are that would do this with us? And she says, oh, well, I know my friend Mitch. I'm going to call Mitch. I said, get him on the phone. And then all of a sudden, Mitch gets on the phone, and she says, Mitch, I just got involved in this. I'm going to send you my card. She sends you the card. I want you to watch the video. And then she puts you on the phone. Or you could be on the phone together with her. And then all of a sudden, Mitch signs up. So then we walk Mitch through the process, and he's going to sign up his friend Susan. So now Mitch says, well, hang on a second. I know someone who would be interested in this. He calls up Susan. Now Susan gets on the phone. Now you have Mitch on the phone. You have Tina on the phone. You have Alan on the phone. And you have a new person on the phone that's listening to it, and you sign them up. I've done this time and time and time again. People go, how do you get so fast? And how do you make so much money so quickly? You do whatever it takes, and you take out all action immediately. So that's how you do a three-way call. And it's never too late to call. It's always in. And this is a good thing when you are calling people up. Always ask them this question when you're doing a call. Ask them, did I catch you at a good time? Why? How many times have people called you up on the phone and you're watching TV, or you're writing something down, or you're cooking dinner, or the kids are there and you're helping them do their homework and everything, and you're listening to the person talking to them and you don't even know what the heck they said because you're not focused. You're not focusing on them. You're busy. You want to get the person's undivided attention. It's always best asking them first. You know, did I catch you at a good time? Because you know what happens, because it's happened to you. It happens to everybody. And the person, it gives them a chance, you get them off the hook, and you're not wasting your time. Because if they're busy and they're not sitting down, and after, if they say, yeah, you did catch me at a good time, you say, I have something really important I want to talk to you about. Now you built a sense of urgency into the call. So a lot of times, this has happened so many times when I use these phrases when I talk to people. They could be out in the living room watching TV. They'll go to the third bedroom or the fourth bedroom or their office. They'll go, Alan, right now, hang on a second. Let me switch up the phones and let me go in the other room right now. They're watching TV in the room right now. And you have their undivided attention. So just to recap, use three-way calls, add 5 people. It is duplicatable. Ask them, did I always catch you at a good time? Because if they didn't, what they will do is they'll tell you, can I call you back at this time will work better for me? And you won't waste your time exhausting yourself telling them something that they're not hearing anyways. And build in the sense of urgency. It's an important, I have something very important to talk to you about. So those are the basics on a three-way call. The next thing that I'd like to talk to you about is this. If you were to go out and chop down a tree today with a dull axe, how long would it take you to chop down the tree? Who knows how long? You may never chop down the tree. You always have to sharpen the axe. It may only take you an extra 5 or 10 minutes to sharpen the axe, and you could chop down the tree in 5 minutes. The other way, it could take you an hour, 2 or 3 hours because you got a dull blade. So the things that I'm going to tell you now are very simple to do. It's easy to do and it's easy not to do. But you have to make a decision. And what I'd like you to do is take some time. And whether you do it with us here in vCard, but you should do this in your general life. Take some time and invest in yourself. The best of the best people always invest in themselves. All the football, Serena Williams has a coach. She has a coach. In the golfing industry, Tiger Woods has a coach. LeBron James has a coach. These people, Kobe Bryant has a coach. Everyone does. And they take time and they watch videos. The preparation for success, they prepare all week for a Super Bowl game or a football game that lasts 1 hour. But they put in tons of hours of preparation and everything. So prepare yourselves, sharpen the axe. What I want you to do here is make a commitment to yourself and don't watch the news. or read the newspaper for a month. Do yourself a favor. It's all negative. I don't know why people, I don't watch the news anymore. I don't really try to get involved in that. It's going to happen with or without us anyways. And it's, let's face it, all the news is bad news and it's all negative. It's not here to build you up. It takes people down. They go, oh, what's going on with the world now? Look what's happening over here. Oh my gosh. So what I recommend is by investing in yourself, spend 10 or 15 minutes a day reading motivational books or listen. There's so much motivation out there today. You can go online. It's free right online. Just go Google it and just find. You know, just some motivational speakers here that you can listen to is Zig Ziglar or John Maxwell or Tony Robbins or Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich, Marianne Williamson. I mean, all these people that you can get the motivation, whether you're sitting down listening to it or reading it. And when I read a book, I always get a highlighter and I highlight important things as I go through the book. And every time I go through the book a second and third time, I pick up different things to read. So a couple books that I would recommend in our industry to read, and there's tons of other books out there, motivational books. I mean, they're all good. But get Eric Worre's book, Go Pro. If you want to if you've never been in direct sales before, you know what, I have them in print. I give them out to people all the time. But Adam Bricker, he doesn't really like to read books and stuff. He goes, Alan, it's all online. He goes, I went up. He said, got it, already did it. I gave him another book. You know, even though this has been out here 30 plus years, Don Fala's 10 napkin presentations, he read that book. He understands now about the industry. These are basics. Anytime when something goes wrong, I always go back to the basics. So, and then, you know, I had Stephen Covey's books, First Things First, 7 Highly Habits of Successful People. I got John Maxwell's book right here, Good Leaders Ask Great Questions. I got Tony Robbins' books. I have tons of motivation. I must have hundreds of motivational books and DVDs and all that out there. Invest in yourself, but you only have to spend 10 minutes or 15 minutes a day. Now, the best times to do it, if you can do it, is do it in the morning, first thing, and get your day started right. Or another good time to do some things, I would say some positive affirmations before I go to bed. Forget about watching the news and going to bed. You'll have nightmares. I mean, I am strong. I am prosperous. I am a money magnet. I am successful. I am healthy. You know, just write down I ams and say them to yourself. Say 3 of them in the morning, 3 of them at night before you go to bed. But pick up those books and invest in yourself. Now, you're not going to see a big difference right away. If you get 1% difference a day, what is that a year? You have 365% improvement on your life and self-improvement. And watch what happens to yourself in 30 days. You say, you know what? I made the commitment. I made the decision. And it's always good. So it helps you to achieve. It helps you to get back. Your heart's in the right place. It helps you become more creative. And I mean, it just is very good. When you look at things in life, you know, one person looks at a storm out there and they say, oh, it's raining outside and it's disastrous. I don't want to go out. My hair's going to get wet. It's this, it's that. Oh, it's a gloomy day. And the other person looks out at it and sees a rainbow out there and sees the pot of gold and says, wow, what a beautiful picture. Look at the rainbow. Oh, there must be a pot of gold at the end of that. Wow, this is totally amazing. You were both looking at the same picture, but you both had a different perspective on it. In every adversity in life, there is good. Look for the good in things. Don't worry about the problems. Do what you do best. And I've always said this, do what you do best and hire the rest. Don't try to be a jack of all trades. You'll be a master of one. None. Master at what you do good at. Keep improving. If you want to get better, you have to get better. If you want things to change, you have to change. And this is positive change. Hang out with positive people. When you invest in yourself, you'll start to notice that you're more upbeat. You jump out of bed in the morning. You can't wait to get your day started. And what happens is people will start commenting about you and go, what is different about you, Jack, or Jackie, or Frederick? You know, it is totally amazing. They'll say, well, Peter, what are you doing different? It's because of what you're looking at. You see, when you make improvement in yourself, it equates to money in the bank. Why do you put money in the bank? Because it grows interest. Of course, today it doesn't grow that much interest. But if you put money in the bank, you don't put it in your mattress. You might make 1 or 2% today, but you're still making money. When you invest in something, the biggest room for investment is within ourselves. So invest in yourself and then hook up with mastermind people in your organization. Because I like doing that. It's not about you, it's about the team that wins in life at all times. It's about people, and the nice thing about it is work with people of greatness out there and people that are doing what you're doing, because they push you forward and they came up with good ideas. And it doesn't matter if somebody's cross-line or sideline or downline or upline. You know, you might want to put together a mastermind group, and what comes out of a mastermind group is greatness, because everyone's sharing great ideas. That's why I tell everybody on the calls that we do, I tell you, take down my email, Alan, A-L-A-N, at vCardglobal.com, and send me any suggestions. Hey, I mean, we're not designing product and trainings and things because this is what I believe you need. No, I want to give you what you're asking for. So I always am a big advocate of mastermind groups and working with people. So with that, you know, start reading books every day, turn off the news, get plugged into the system, use the three-way calls, and go out and make a difference in the world. Thanks for joining this call, and we'll see you all at the top.